The story begins with a school where children were sitting comfortably eating food. Everyone was so happy that suddenly a blue light began to shine in the eyes of a girl. His body felt as if it had been attacked. After this, she fell unconscious from the torso, and when the teachers went near her, she was already dead. No one understood what was happening. Soon, scientists discovered, after testing, that it is a virus that spreads only to children. Even after trying hard, it was proving to be impossible to find a cure, and 90% of the children around the world fell victim to this dangerous virus, which could not be saved even by the best doctors in the world. After this, we see the President of America, who was giving a speech saying that his son himself has caught this virus, and he hopes that humans will definitely get rid of this problem as always. A special team has also been formed for that. Well, then we see a girl named Ruby. His parents were celebrating his birthday. He looked at her as if everything was fine. But in reality, Ruby was also infected with that virus. Now his parents were afraid that they would lose him. Ruby couldn't sleep alone in her room that night, so she got up and went over to her mother's side and took hold of her hand. But then suddenly an orange light flashed in her eyes, causing Ruby to run to her room in great panic. When Ruby woke up the next morning, everything seemed normal. But when her mother saw her, she asked, "Who is this girl? And how did they get into the house?" He didn't remember his mother at all. "I'm your daughter," she said. "How can you forget me? Look at this gift you gave me last night." But Ruby's mother thought that it was probably a sick child who was running away from the police. He then handed Ruby over to the CDC team. Ruby was crying, but the CDC team forcibly took him in a bus. There were many children sitting in the bus like him, and a guard was standing with a gun in his hand. These kids are not terrorists. Soon the bus reached the headquarters of the CDC. There was tight security, after which the children were sent inside the line one by one. But when a boy started answering more questions, the guards present there beat him badly. Seeing this, all are stunned. Soon all the children were sent to the doctor for their checkup. When Ruby's turn came, the doctor told her that the disease was causing a special mutation in her body. The same goes for other children. This mutation was so much that it would probably not be right to call them human now, because by changing the DNA, different charismatic powers were now being seen in all the children, which have now been put into different categories by scientists. Those whose eyes are green while using their powers were placed in the most sensible and safe category. Blue-eyed children had the powers to blow things into the air without touching them, and those with golden eyes could control electricity. All three colors were perfect, but red and orange color was also seen in the eyes of some children, which was very rare, and orders were given to eliminate such children as soon as they were detected, because their powers were very dangerous. Soon during the test, the doctor found that Ruby was also orange. After this, the message of termination started flashing on the screen. The doctor, not telling Ruby anything, calmly blew an injection with the help of which he was probably going to kill Ruby. Ruby realized that something was wrong, after which he tried to run away, but the doctor caught him immediately. But before he could inject her, Ruby held the doctor's hand and said that it was green, not orange. At the same time, his eyes glowed orange, after which the doctor quietly changed its color from orange to green in Ruby's file. This meant that Ruby had the power to control anyone's mind. After this, all the children were given green, blue, and golden clothes. Ruby noticed that there were no red and orange clothed children because they might have already been killed. It has been almost 6 years this way. Now the work that the green children with a sharp mind could easily do, Ruby did not understand. And that's how one day, Captain Maximus's eyes fell on him. He said to Ruby, "As much as your mind is, you don't look green to me." Hearing this, Ruby got very nervous, and when she was going back to the room with her group, suddenly there was a shower of high-frequency sound from the speakers, which only this particular child could hear. It had no effect on anyone else. Soon Ruby fainted and opened her eyes in the medical room, where a female doctor was sitting in front of her. Soon a guard came there and told the doctor that the treatment took a long time. "Get out of here at once." The doctor quickly wrote something on the paper and left the place. It was written in the note that these people have come to know your truth. If you want to stay alive, come and meet in the boiler room, and Ruby did exactly that. She walked quietly into the other room, after which the doctor took her to his car, saving her from everyone's eyes. But just as they were about to leave the base, they were suddenly stopped by a guard. But with the help of her powers, Ruby controlled the guard's mind and got him to open the door. After which, Ruby had finally come out of the base. She was very happy to see the outside world after many years, on which the doctor told him that now there were no young people left in the outside world, and so many people had even left the city. It was then that Ruby expressed her desire to meet her parents, to which the doctor said that it would be very dangerous. At the same time, the doctor gave her a GPS locket that Ruby had to use in times of trouble so that the doctor and his colleagues could know her location. At the same time, the doctor told her that he was taking her to a camp where many other children like Ruby are also present. After some time, he met his doctor. But as soon as Ruby shook hands with the man, she got very scared because as soon as she touched the man's hand, Ruby saw a strange vision in which many children were running away. After this, when Ruby went inside to change her clothes, she saw another girl who was herself a golden. But she was so scared of Ruby that she suddenly electrocuted Ruby and then ran away from there and hid in a van. But despite this, Ruby followed him and asked for help. Hearing this, the golden girl opened the door of the van. He then hid Ruby inside the van. There were two other people in the car at the time. Among them was Liam and his girlfriend, to which Ruby lied and told that she is a green, and despite this, some people were following her. After hearing his story, those people also agreed to help him, and during this time a team was constantly following him, and on the other hand, the doctor was also behind him. But then Liam destroyed both of their cars due to a blue eye, due to which they escaped comfortably. After some time, they stopped at a secluded place where Liam's friend could not understand why Ruby was running away in such a hidden way despite being a green, because according to her, Ruby was not a threat to anyone. But Ruby, knowing her truth, had no answer to this question. And so she replied angrily that, "If you people do not want to help me, then tell them quickly. I'm going to get out of here." To which Liam calmed her down and told her that they are all going to a particular place where there is a boy with orange eyes who can keep them all safe. And if Ruby wants, she can also come with them. Hearing this, Ruby immediately got ready for it. On the way, Ruby asked Liam why he ran away from the base, to which Liam told him that in fact, strange experiments were done on all of them, through which the government wants to create an army of all those children who can be used against the enemies, and due to all these things, they had planned to escape from the base. On the other hand, the doctor who had given Ruby the certificate of being green was also caught, and after a little interrogation, she was killed. That same night, Ruby's hand accidentally collided with Liam's hand while sleeping. After which, he could see all the memories of Liam, how he tried to save many children while running away from the base, but he had failed to do so. The next morning, the golden girl gave Ruby a red dress in which she looked very beautiful. Then they all got back into the van and headed for their destination, where a recording of the president's son was playing on the way, in which he was saying that if I can be all right, then why not you? After some time, these people stopped at a mall to buy goods, which was completely empty, and then suddenly some more children attacked them, after which the golden girl stopped them all with her powers. In fact, all those children were just like them and had some magical powers. That's why all the children sat up all night and talked a lot. During this time, Liam tried to find out the address of the orange boy so that they could all secure themselves as soon as possible. But the children said that no human could reach there so easily because the place was very secretive. But then Ruby controlled the boy's mind and got the address out of him, which was a special code. After which, Liam's friend and Ruby began to decipher the code. After working hard for some time, when they finally got the meaning of that code, all of them were very happy. All his other friends were also present at that time, and now they understood that Ruby was not green, but orange. But Ruby felt that perhaps her friends would now be afraid of her. But according to Liam, there was nothing to fear, to which Ruby told her that in reality she could not control her powers, and if she used her powers on someone suddenly, then that person could also die. Then everyone moved on. But after walking for a while, they were suddenly attacked by children dressed as soldiers, and one of them recognized Liam, after which, during their conversation, Liam told them that he just wanted a safe place to stay. Hearing this, the children brought them with them to the orange boy, who was actually none other than the president's son, and he was very happy to see Ruby and her companions. After which he told that, in fact, the president had lied to everyone that he had completely recovered. But in reality, many experiments were being done on him, and when none of the experiments went well, the government set up camps and started keeping the children there. He also promised Ruby that he would teach her to use her powers. After this, Ruby gradually started knowing her powers, and now she was also learning to control them. That one day when she was very depressed, then that orange boy came to meet her, and he told Ruby that only one orange can understand another orange. And as soon as she said this, she held Ruby's hand. But at the same time, Liam saw both of them, which he did not like at all. Here, holding Ruby's hand, the boy could see all her memories, through which he finally came to know what had happened to Ruby that night. In fact, when Ruby went to her parents at night, she unknowingly held their hand and erased all their memories. So they both forgot about it. But seeing all this, the orange boy was very very surprised because he did not know how to do all this. And now he wanted to learn all this from Ruby. But Ruby said that she herself does not know how she can do all this. After a while, when she left the room, she met Liam, who was very angry with her and said that he knew what was going on between them. Ruby tried to convince him that he was misunderstanding and that they could never get along even if they wanted to, because she was afraid he would do to Liam what he had done to her parents. She then went to the lake where she met Liam's friend and told Ruby that she didn't feel safe here either. On the other hand, the orange boy was telling someone on the laptop how many green, how many blue, and how many orange children were present with him, but he got there just in time. He then turned off his laptop, and in fact, Ruby had come there to get a laptop so that she could talk to Liam's friend at his house. And seeing this opportunity, the boy tried to make a deal with Ruby in which Ruby was to learn the power of memory from her, and in return, he was going to give her a laptop. Ruby also immediately got ready for this thing, but while learning this from her, when Ruby opened her eyes, the boy was trying to misbehave with her. To avoid this, Ruby punched him in the face, and when she came out of that room, she met Liam, who was very angry with Ruby after knowing the whole truth, and now he wanted to take revenge on the boy. But Ruby stopped him somehow because she knew that now those people are not safe here. Now they had to get out of there as soon as possible. The same night when they were fleeing from there, the general of the base camp reached there, along with the orange boy. And now the children came to know that this orange boy was also loyal to his father. He wanted to gather as many children as possible and form an army of them. He then overpowered Liam and started beating him mercilessly. But then Ruby overpowered the commander and eliminated him. Just after that, the Golden Girl also attacked the rest of the soldiers with the help of her powers. After this, Ruby asked her other 3 companions to go back, after which she stood alone in front of the orange boy. He then overpowered the entire army and pointed their guns at the boy. But then the boy again took control and gave them all to each other. Despite Ruby's efforts, the boy overpowered Ruby, after which the boy said that he would erase all the sad memories from inside Ruby and then rule the whole world with her. Then Ruby suddenly regained consciousness and took control of a helicopter flying overhead and dropped it on the boy, after which another helicopter tried to attack Ruby, but Liam's friend saved Ruby, but he was seriously injured, and now Ruby couldn't figure out how to help her. It was then that he remembered the GPS the doctor had given him. That doctor had helped him escape from the base. He could trust her a little. As soon as the GPS was activated, the doctor along with one of her colleagues rushed to the spot to rescue them. Soon Ruby's eyes opened on a bed and the doctor was sitting in a chair in front of her bed. The doctor said that your injured friend is in the hospital and hopefully he will recover soon. But Liam is demanding to get out of there as soon as possible. Even after convincing Locke, he does not want to stay here and he will not leave Ruby alone here. The doctor also said that his aim was to capture the president. He wants to expose her dark exploits to the world and he won't be able to achieve all this without Ruby. Ruby didn't want anything to harm Liam. That's why he went close to Liam and erased every memory of himself from his mind with his powers. After this, Ruby asked him to leave his bag and go home. Liam was immediately ready for it. Tears welled up in Ruby's eyes as she watched him forget his love. But he knew he was right. On the other side, we see the president's son, who was still alive. At this time, he was standing in front of his army, which he had kept under his control. At the same time, Ruby was also fully prepared to face him. And with this, the movie ends here. Please do like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos like this.